Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and in case of first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. You're very much welcome. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. So in today's video guys, I'll be sharing with you on how to make a simple beautiful hair bonnet with band. Okay, so if you're interested, want to keep on watching, and let's get started. So guys, to make this you'll be needing a certain material. Okay, so now go ahead and fold it into two just like I did. Then also go ahead and also fold it into two again. All right, just have four folds. After that, you place your tape. You can see I'm managing this fabric. This is the only piece I have for this color. Okay, so go ahead and measure any inches you want. For me, for the fabric, I measured 10 inches. You can see. Okay, so for my desired length, if you ask me, I would want to make my 13, but I'm managing this fabric, I'll just leave it at 10 inches. Okay, so after connecting those lines, you can see where I have here. All right, so now you're going to go ahead and cut it off just like this. After cutting, you're going to also cut it again. All right, so like I said before, I told you guys I was managing this fabric. I just have a little fabric here, and you can see that I still have to add some small piece in order to complete the other side. Okay, so now just go ahead firstly to cut it out just like this. Okay, after cutting, I'll cut out the other side. Now you can see what I have here, so I'll also go ahead and add another small fabric in order to complete that length. Okay, so just look at what I'm doing here. I'll just go ahead and put it underneath. Just go ahead and put it underneath like this, then go ahead and cover it up. After that, you're going to cut it out. Okay, after cutting, this is what I have. Can you see? All right, so now what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and chalk the both edge like this. Okay, so I will just trim off the excess I have at the down part. Okay, so after trimming it off like this, I'll just go ahead and place them the right side. Okay, I'll just firstly measure it, then cover this one up to know if I have exactly what I want. So I have exactly that, so I'll just go ahead and place it. All right, so from that side I notched, sorry, from that side I chalked. Go ahead and place it. Okay, exactly at the edge. All right, now after placing, you're going to head over to your sewing machine, then sew with half an inch all the way around like that. So after sewing, you can see what I have here. Can you see? This is what I have. This is the front part. You can see what I have here. All right, then after that, I'll still place it again the right side facing each other. So after placing, I'll cut off the remaining excess at the both side. Can you see what I'm doing here? You just go ahead and trim it out. Can you see? Just like this. So if your fabric is very enough, there's no need going through this process that I'm just doing now. Okay, so after cutting, what I'm going to do again now is to fold it into two just like this. Okay, so after folding, I'm going to notch the midpoint like this. Okay, so after notching, I'll just open it up. Can you see? I'll just open it up like this. So after that, I'll also go ahead and break my tape. Then I'll come up by 3.5 inches. After marking 3.5 from this side where I notched, I'll just place my tape, then mark 4 inch at both sides. Do the same thing at the other side. Can you see? I'm going to mark 4 inches at both sides. After that, you connect it like so. After connecting, you're going to now go ahead and cut it out just like you see me doing next. After cutting, you can see what I have here. Now I'm going to again head over to my sewing machine and sew with half an inch like this. Okay, after sewing, I also go ahead and notch the curve area so it's going to relax by the time I turn it over to the right side. Okay, so after notching, this is where I have, so I'll just go ahead and turn it over to the right side just like this. Can you see? So now I'll just arrange them in place, make sure it's well relaxed. Then after that, you're going to go ahead and sew. So go ahead and sew around like this, just stitch it on. After stitching, you can see now I have a one piece. This is how it's looking. Now what I did next was to bring my needle and thread. Now I want to make my gathers, but I'm going to be using needle and thread for that because it's very much easier that way. All right, but if you want to sew yours on your sewing machine, you can also go ahead and do that. It's optional. Okay, so now you're going to just look at what I'm doing here, so you know how to do yours in case you want to follow my method. Okay, so now you go ahead and stitch it on like this using your thread and needle. You can see when you sew, you break it out, you sew again, you break it out. You're going to continue like that until you get to the other side. Okay, after sewing like this with my needle, I'll just arrange the gather so it doesn't stay in one place. Okay, so now after that I'll measure what I have there. So I forgot to tell you guys that my head round circumference when I measured it was 22 inches. Okay, so now 22 inches is what I'm going to measure out. So now I will just measure it and I have 22 inches. If yours is more than 22 inches and you measure and it's not up to what you have, just go ahead and adjust. Okay, so now after that I cut off the thread and also went ahead to tie it just like this. Okay, I also do the same thing on the other side as well. Just watch what I'm doing. So after tying, you can see what I have here. So I'll also go ahead and measure it again to be very sure I have exactly the 22 inches. Okay, so now you're going to measure it just like this. Okay, now 22 divided by 2 is 11 inches. So what I have here is 11 inches on fold. Okay, so now this is the band I'm going to be using. I already gone ahead to join this band, and what I have here is just a little piece. It's not very long. I just have a very short band. Okay, if you want to cut yours, go ahead and cut a very long band that's going to be very enough to go around your head like 2 times when you want to tie. Okay, so now after folding it like this, you have to get the midpoint, right? So because I already joined mine, there's no need getting the midpoint. I already have my midpoint by that joining. All right, so now you're going to now fold it into two like that. Okay, they're going to also hold the both edge like this. All right, make sure it's on equal side. So go ahead and place it like this. Then I want to give it a shape at the down part. I be at the side, anyhow you choose to understand it. Okay, so now I gave it a shape. You can see. Now I'm going to now open it up. Then I'll also go ahead and fold it into two, just like this. Okay, so after folding, I want to now mark the 11 inches, that is half of the 22 inches. I'll mark it on both sides. I'll also do the same thing here. Can you see? So after marking from that side, I'll just leave the space like that. I'll just leave the space open like that. Now what I'm going to do is to go ahead and sew from that side. You're going to sew from that side to the other end. You do the same thing on that side. Okay, so from that side to this other end. Okay, after that you can see what I have here. I just sewed both side and I left the 22 inches open. Okay, so just go ahead and turn it over to the right side. You use your scissors to bring out the edge. Okay, after doing that you also do the same thing on the other side as well, just like you see me doing. Okay, so after doing that, if your iron is available, mine is available now. If yours is available, just go ahead and iron it out. If you have light, you also go ahead and iron it out. Okay, so now after that, what I'm going to do is to also fold the cap into two like this, then chuck the midpoint. You can see. So after that, I'm going to now go ahead and place the band. Okay, make sure you place it the center side, place them together. You can see, then head over to your sewing machine, go ahead and sew using your half an inch. Can you see what I'm doing? You're going to sew using half an inch. Then when you get to the other end, you stop. Okay, then also do the same thing for the other side like this. So guys, go ahead and sew like that. Okay, all round. So after sewing, you can see what I have here. This is what I have here, guys, after I was done. Can you see? So now what we are going to do again is to use the remaining open, you have to, cover it up. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but just look at what I'm doing here. When you sew something like this, the next thing is just to stitch it on, all right? But you're going to, cover with using your just folding your quarter inch or your half an inch, all right? Since you sew with half inch, you're going to fold in half an inch, just like this, okay? Then go ahead and sew like this. Can you see? Just fold it in and you sew. So guys, after so you can see where I have here. So I also went ahead to iron it out, as you can see. So you can see my is very small. The band is very small. Okay, just make yours very long. All right. So this is the inside. You can see it's very fine. You can actually wear anywhere you want. Okay. All right. So now this is it, guys. This is how everything is looking. All right. So you have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one.